appreciate. Before we start, we would like to thank every one of you. You have better options to spend the evening today, but you have come here in the spirit of, appreciating Dhrupad and Carnatic music. So first of all, a big round of applause for all the audience over here. Thank you so much. Secondly, we would like to really thank our sponsors who has made this program possible. First, we would like to appreciate Sharanan Creations, the man behind many of the audio and video that we'll see, and the wonderful pictures. The entire team, Sharanan sir, Dheeraj sir, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Not only do you support us from the technology perspective, but also the logistics and also your gracious donations towards the programs. Thank you so much. We'd like to appreciate iFilms, a productions company locally here owned by Prasad Chundi. Prasad sir, thank you so much for your generosity and support. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. And then we have IKEA 432 Hertz, which is a partner for audio, video, and media coverage for GEMHS, BYOM, BYOD, and many other initiatives. So we really appreciate Gayatri Vangala and Ravindra Gurumella. Of course, that's me. Thank you so much for supporting relentlessly for the music, and we really appreciate IKEA for their support. And then we have Indian Octaves, as many of you know, is another organization here that has generously provided support for this program. We thank Vishwanath Ramargu from Indian Octaves. Thank you so much for your help. And we also would like to appreciate all the volunteers of GEMS. As many of you know, GEMS stands for Girls Education, Music, Health and Social Services. We really appreciate all of these girls who are taking their time to support and promote. And if you'd like to if you'd like to know more about GEMS, please reach out to the volunteers over here who can give you a quick overview of what GEMS is. And we also have a board outside, which is gemhs.org. Please reach out to that website. There is more information over there. And before we start the program, I would like to thank the artists that are performing today, starting from Vivek Virani on Pakhawaj and Tabla. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate it. And we have on Carnatic and Hindustani violin. But sir is trying. Thank you so much, sir, for trying. UmaMahesh sir for Hindustani violin. Thank you so much. And like to introduce Arundhati Dateji, our Dhrupad Vidwan, who will be going to exchange notes with Anjali Prabhala, our own Anjali Prabhala. Thank you so much, Anjali. Really appreciate it. And on the Carnatic violin, we have Swapanthi Mallajosyula. And then we have Chidatma on Mrudangam. Thank you so much. And before we start the program, I would like to request the President and the Vice President of GEMS to come and say a few quick words, and then we'll kickstart the program. Tavish.
Hi everyone, thank you all so much for coming here today. So I'll just take a few moments to talk a little bit about what GEMS is. So GEMS stands for Girls, Education, Music, Health, and Social Services. And through each of our initiatives, we really work to bringing an inclusive community and uplift girls to become the leaders of tomorrow. So in our different aspects, like for education, we host different seminars, workshops to educate girls about things that they might not learn in school. For example, how to manage finances or publicly speak. These are like vital skills that we might not learn in school. So we have taken the initiative to provide an opportunity for girls to learn more about this. Another aspect is music. In music, we have three main initiatives. BYOM, Bring Your Own Music, BYOD, Bring Your Own Dance, and Marguerite in Dallas, and GEMS Chamber Concerts. What you guys are witnessing here today is one of our GEMS chamber concerts, and it is the first one of 2025. So I just want to give a round of applause. Thank you so much to the artists today for being part of our first concert of 2025. And BYOM and BYOD are a platform where emerging artists can come showcase their talent and have an opportunity to perform, which a lot of people might not be able to get a place to come showcase their talent as they're still learning. So what we have done is we created a stage and a whole entire setup, both audio and video, with some state-of-the-art technology, and we invite any artist, young, old, still learning, master, and they all can come showcase their talent, just have a good time. And similarly, we do the same thing for BYOD, and any dancers can come and showcase their talent. And now I'd like to hand it over to Sinu to talk about our health and social aspects.
Namaste everybody, my name is Sindhu. I'm going to talk a little bit about health and social aspects. So for health, we are holding several seminars to go over basic vital skills that anyone might need in case of an emergency, like stop the bleed, just how to take any regular vital signs, IVs, EpiPens, how to use EpiPens, and anything of that sort. And for our social services, we conduct different volunteer services, like we recently held a clothing drive to donate winter clothes specifically to children who may not have what they need for the harsh winters that we have here. Another couple of social services we do is we recently helped the Prayaman Foundation, and we raised money for them through a fundraiser, and we donated several cars, one of which you will witness today. And we help with those cars donations. We help university students here in Dallas actually, to minimize their transportation fees, since we all know university students don't have a lot of fundings as they are still learning and getting jobs. So to reduce the fees of transportations, like buses and for buses and trains, we donate cars, and if you ever need any, please can contact us. And I'll hand back over to Tavish to conclude.
Yeah, so this is just a little bit of what we do here at GEMS. So if you're interested, please do reach out to us or look on our website, gems.org, to get in contact with us. And we would love to work with you guys, and we'd love for more people to come and support our cause and join our organization. Thank you guys all so much for being here today, and I hope you guys enjoy the concert.
Namaste everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Ravindraji and James for organizing this unique concert. I'm performing Dhrupad. I just want to introduce Dhrupad in few words. So Dhrupad is an ancient style of singing, and it used to be sung in temple, and that time there was no accompaniment instrument except tanpura. But today we are trying with violin, and accompaniment our percussion is always Pakhawaj. So we do Dhrupad tal part with Pakhawaj. And for Dhrupad, development, we use uh, a chant which comes from Hari Om Narayan Taran Taran Hari. So my alap syllables will be from Hari, Ri, Narayan, Na, Ra, Na, Ta. So I do my progression with those syllables, and then I will increase the tempo, that is considered as a jod, and little more faster than that, it's considered chala. In music instrument terms, in Dhrupad, we say Jalad Alap, Drut Alap, and followed by Bandish, which is always set into either Tivra, 7 beats, Sultal, 10 beats, Chautal, 12 beats. So today I am presenting Rag Puriya, in which I will sing one Chautal Bandish and Sul Bandish. I will hand over to Vivek Bhai. He will tell about little bit about Pakhawaj instrument.
Namaste everyone. I'll speak just a little more about the history of this art, since I know people are less familiar with Dhrupad. It was the dominant form of classical music in North India around the 14 and 1500s, during which time it was sung in temples, as Thai mentioned, as well as in the courts of kings and emperors, and also an essential component of the devotional Sikh tradition of Gurbani Kirtan. So in all three of these areas, and it was particularly associated with the region of now we call Madhya Pradesh, the court of Gwalior, the court of Raja Man Singh Tomar. Sometime around 1500, the greatest Dhrupad singer of Man Singh Tomar's court, a singer named Mian Tansen, who took the name later Mian Tansen, shifted to Delhi, to the court of Emperor Akbar. And because of this shift from the seat of power, the tradition of Dhrupad became popular throughout North India. It's accompanied by this drum, the Pakhawaj, which has a much richer, more boomy sound than the tabla, which we typically use. The tabla has a more sweet and subtle sound, whereas this has a really resounding boom. And what we're going to do today is, so Mian Tansen lived around the same time as a very important musician in the Carnatic tradition, Purandara Das, and perhaps because of this shared timeline, you'll hear a lot of overlaps in the musical tradition. For example, the tanam of Carnatic music is very similar or analogous to the jhala and jor portions of our alap. The forms of improvisation are different, but they have a lot of overlap. So today we'll be exploring fully traditional Dhrupad, fully traditional Carnatic music, and then finding some shared experimental ground for both traditions to have a musical conversation with each other. We hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for joining us.
Namaskaram everyone. As Vivek ji explained, Dhrupad is a very ancient form where there was no accompaniment per se during those times. This is something we are trying. So this may not be exactly like a typical Carnatic accompaniment, but we are just following the syllables as Madam presents it. So traditionally there is a difference between how a Carnatic violin or this style of violin plays. So hope you will enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. So need your blessing in starting